Hi friends, my name is Anna and I have been running my art Instagram account, Sundrop Studios, for about 3 years now. And I took a little bit of a hiatus for several months, and to crawl back into the good graces of the algorithm gods, I decided to challenge myself and post 30 reels for 30 days, and this is what happened. So at the beginning of this experiment, I actually had 39,000 followers, and by the end of the experiment, I ended with 39.8 thousand followers, which means I netted 800 followers. 800 is not a small number, but it's not 1,000, and is that worth the effort? Because posting 30 reels every single day is a lot of work. And of my 30 reels, 12 of them reached over 10,000 plays, and of those, only one of those reached over 100,000 plays. My first week of posting reels, it started off really slow. With an account of my size, it usually only takes like a couple minutes to hit a couple hundred plays. First reel that I made, it took like 24 hours to reach 200, 300 plays, and that was so bizarre to me. So I don't know if the algorithm was just like waiting to see if I was going to commit to making content. But then after that, I think the algorithm picked up that I was producing content more regularly. I eventually got back to my normal pattern of reaching a few hundred plays within the first few minutes of posting. So it was kind of bizarre, but I made a note of that because I don't know if that plays into the algorithm and just me trying to dissect this whole situation, right? So my first few were total flops, honestly. And it wasn't until day 7 that I finally posted my first reel that hit more than 10,000 plays. And of all the reels that I posted in my first week, all of them were 10 seconds or less, and most of them were actually around like 5 seconds. Looking at the insights for each of these reels, most people were watching for the full duration of the reel, which means that they were watching from beginning to end. However, most of my reels that I posted were only getting a few thousand plays. So to me, that indicates that even though the watch retention is quite high, if your reel is really short and it's not replaying, it tells the algorithm, hey, it's not worth boosting to a larger audience. These are all small little conclusions that I've come to, and I'm probably jumping to conclusions, but I'm just kind of taking note and sharing my experience with you guys. So if you can like comment down below and tell me, and we can all try to figure this out. So how do you get your products into a physical shop? Aside from wholesaling, the other way is to work with a consignment store, which is what I'm doing here. This is essentially when you rent out a portion of space from the shop and can sell directly to consumers this way. You do generally have to buy your own display items, and the shop will take a % cut from the revenue you make, plus credit card fees. For me, I had to do some research looking up local stores, and when I found places I liked, I then sent in an application with pictures of my products, social media, and online website, and I waited. When I was accepted, I was able to go on and plan for my setup as you see here.
Huh?
Okay, and now in the same order, this is how many followers each of those reels got me. So number 5 got me 3 full followers. Number 4 got me 68. Number 3, 172. Number 2, 110. And the first one, number 1, the Artist Alley Experience reel, got me 575. That's pretty good. Okay, and in the same respective order, this is how many followers each of those got me. Number 5, 9 followers. Number 4, 15 followers. Number 3, 2. Number 2, 4 followers. And my number 1 worst performing one got me 1 whole follow. At the end of this experiment, I had gained a total of 1,168 direct follows from the reels. And total number of plays for all of these added up together is 282,000. So it means I had a conversion rate of 0.41% of plays to reel follows. Did that make sense? 0.41%, so not even 1%. Less than half of a percentage was my conversion rate. The highest percentage was from this reel, which was one of my higher performing ones, and that had a direct conversion rate of 0.45%. So still less than 1%, and I count this as a very educational type of content piece. The next one was this beautiful little typing, ASMR, beautiful places, show my work kind of reel, and that one was one of my worst performing reels, but it got me 0.41% conversion rate. That one only got me 15 follows, but it has one of the highest conversion rates. Artist Alley Experience, which was my big one, 150 plus thousand views, that one converted at 0.37%. So 575 followers directly out of the about 150,000 views. So very, very interesting. What I gather from this is that people like informational content, displays of how you present yourself, things that are like helpful or inspirational, such as my booth setup. And the other big one, obviously my Artist Alley Experience one, was a meme. It was very relatable and it was really funny. So that did really, really well, and it was trendy because I used these cat memes. But remember how in the beginning of the video I said I netted about 800 followers? So even after all this work and posting for 30 days, I had gained almost 1,200 followers, but I was losing followers every single day actually. So in total, I probably lost about near 400 followers in the process of 30 days, which comes out to be about 13 to 14 followers a day. So if your reel that you're posting for the day doesn't get you more than that rate, then you're going to be stagnant or going down. And losing followers is just a part of the Instagram life. It's nothing that you can take personally. I think it's because people who followed you for one reason and then maybe they don't like how few you post or how often you post and then you unfollow. That's totally within their right, but you have to accept as a content creator that you will be losing followers. And it's kind of up to you to outpace that if you want to grow. I think it's a hard pill to swallow, but that is part of the content creation life. And it can be extremely discouraging because it feels like you're swimming against the current, for sure. This has definitely been a very exhausting process. I have never before put myself and my face in front of my camera as much as I had during this experience, and it was kind of fun. I really pushed myself and got a little uncomfy with it, but I think it was worth it. I mean, would I continue to keep doing this? No, not every single day. That is so exhausting, especially since I travel so much for conventions and that's part of my work as an artist. It is really, really difficult to come up with a piece of content every single day. So in the beginning, I did have a bank of content that would record in batches and then post throughout the week, but I ran out of that really quickly, and it was easier for me sometimes to just scroll through Instagram and get inspiration and then come up with an idea. So like my second best performing reel was something I thought of and executed within the span of like 10 minutes. It was the one with my stickers on a water bottle and me scrubbing it and washing it, and that came to be because I literally just needed to wash my water bottle, and I was like, this could be content, let me just record it. And then it ended up doing really, really well. And something to know is sometimes you just don't know which reels are gonna pop off. Like it takes a really, really long time. I would see something get my first 100 plays and then a few days later it would triple or quadruple or 10 times the amount of plays. I did let the last few reels I post sit for about a week just to see if, like, you know, let them cook and see if they go anywhere. The very last one of my experiment ended at 20,000 plays, but that was one of my worst performing conversion ones because I only got like 3 followers from it. I hope you found this really informational and somewhat insightful into your own journey as a content creator. Please share your own stories and your best performing reel or your worst performing reel, and like I would love to have a little bit of a discussion in the comments about that kind of thing. So yeah, thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you soon.